Chicago needed two things to happen last night: a win over the Indians and a loss by the Tigers to Kansas City. The Sox took care of their business, but Detroit closed out the AL Central, and now a promising season will end here in Cleveland. Indians opening day starter Justin Masterson makes his final start of the season next on Sports Time Ohio. Coming down to the final wire, and it's the Indians and the Chicago White Sox, Game 2 of this three-game series tonight here at Progressive Field. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. Well, it's all over now. The American League Central Division has been wrapped up by the Detroit Tigers. The Chicago White Sox did everything they could last night, pounding the Indians by a final score of 11-0. But Detroit, you knew sooner or later they were going to get hot, and they have really picked up the pace down the stretch here in the month of September, and big Miguel Cabrera just put him on his back last night.
Well, you expected that earlier this year, but I'll tell you, the Tigers, they do clinch it. They had the best record in the division this year. They had 50 home wins, and it was actually Chicago's to lose, and they did lose it because they lost 10 of their last 13 games. So that's one reason why Detroit went on to win this thing. So the Tigers won the division again this year.
And with that home run last night, Miguel Cabrera has really put himself in prime position to be baseball's first Triple Crown winner since 1967. Let's take a look at our Nissan Road Ahead pitching matchup for tonight as Justin Masterson makes his final start of 2012.
It'll be start number 5 against the White Sox for Justin. He'd like to end it on a positive note as well. Get that ground ball working. He's pitched much better at home. He's had his issues against left-handers this year and issues with runners on base. So we'll see how he ends the season up against the White Sox. He'll be facing Jake Peavy, who is 2-0 against the Indians this year. He's had one very good start in a win, and he's had one rough start, but he still ended up winning that ball game.
Get to a Nissan dealer for special offers on innovation that excites. You have to wonder about the mindset of each of these two teams. 2 games to go in the season. The White Sox now officially eliminated from any chance at postseason play. But one thing we know, baseball players, they know it's a job. They're professionals. We'll have a good ball game here tonight. We've got all the play-by-play action coming up next right here on Sports Time Ohio. Tuesday Night Baseball on Sports Time Ohio is brought to you by your Northern Ohio GMC dealers. Welcome into Progressive Field, where the Indians and White Sox square off in game 161. White Sox winning last night in convincing fashion. Tonight, the Indians will try to even the series behind Justin Masterson, who makes his final start of the year. Let's take a look at Robin Ventura's starting 9 for Chicago. There's Jeff Manto, the hitting coach. For Chicago, their starting lineup brought to you by Kia. Dwayne Wise leads it off. He's in right field. Then Orlando Hudson at second, followed by Adam Dunn. Johnson will DH and hit cleanup. Then Diane Viciedo in left. Alexi Ramirez, Jordan Danks, Tyler Flowers, and Ray Olmedo.
Justin Masterson, his 34th start this year. He has 11 wins and 15 losses, an ERA of 5.03. He has pitched better at home. He's at .500, 6-6, and a .375 earned run average. He'll be making his 5th start against the White Sox this year. He's 1-1, and his last 2 have been no decisions. Set the defense behind him tonight. It looks like this. Hansler in left, Lillibridge in center, Chu is in right. Chisenhall at third, Cabrera at short, Kipnis at second, Kochman at first with Marson behind the plate.
Paul Schreiber will call the balls and strikes. Mike Everett, Laz Diaz, and crew chief Tim Welke on the bases. We're ready to go, and tonight's first pitch is outside for ball 1. 64 degrees under cloudy skies and a breeze blowing in from center field tonight. And Wise taking, it's in a strike to even the count of 1-1. Fouled back. A ball and 2 strikes.
Justin, in his career against the White Sox, a 4-5 record, but a very good .277 ERA in 14 starts.
Wise was 2 for 6 last night, scored a couple of runs.
He's the one that got it started
with the bunt single
against Kluber. Yeah, 1 out, bunt single, stole second, and scored the first run of the game, and they had a 4-run inning.
Fouled back. Wise in his last 8 games has just 3 hits, and as I mentioned, 2 of those came last night. Again, he spoils it. Corey Kluber, who started so well last night, 5 innings of shutout baseball, and then the roof fell in on him in the 6th inning.
And Wise getting, he's fouling off some pretty good pitches here with 2 strikes.
Chops that one foul.
Well, so far an 8-pitch at bat. And 7 of them have been strikes. 6 foul balls.
Masterson will try it again. Challenging him. That's fair. Kochman will flip it. 1 away. We'll bring up Orlando Hudson. Hudson getting the start tonight. Hudson had a pinch hit grand slam on Saturday, the first by a White Sox player since Andruw Jones.
I think Robin Ventura wants to get another left-handed bat in the lineup, starting Hudson here. Give Beckham a night off.
Called strike, 1-1 to count.
When they acquired him, Hudson, he was playing third base for him over there. And then
they went and got Youkilis.
Yeah, well, after they got Youkilis, then that solved that problem for him at third base. So he was pretty much, he's only started 7 games since the 27th, the end of June.
Right back up the middle, and it's into center field, a base hit.
This one's going to go right back up the middle. That high sinker away, and he tried to at least get leather on it to knock it down, and no chance. That ball was by him. Into center field, first hit of the ball game.
Adam Dunn with 41 homers, 96 runs batted in on the year, a swing and a miss. Missed inside. 1-1 strike. Our league leaders brought to you by your Cleveland Akron area Lexus dealers. And Miguel Cabrera with that home run last night moves to the head of the class. High fly ball to center. Back is Lillibridge. Makes the catch. Hudson's going to tag and go back to first. 2 down. That's going to bring up Dan Johnson. Johnson, the former Tampa Bay Ray. Spent most of the year at AAA Charlotte. Hudson draws a throw from Justin Masterson. Johnson takes a strike. It's 0-1. White Sox at 84-76, officially eliminated when the Tigers won last night. Detroit will win the Central Division with fewer than 90 wins. They will go into the postseason with the fewest number of wins of any division winner. And when you look at the wild card race, there won't be a team in the American League with fewer wins in the playoffs, period. Though both wild cards will have more wins than Detroit. And then in the National League, it looks like St. Louis might go in with more wins than Detroit as well. They both have identical 87 and 73 records heading into play tonight. 1-1 pitch. Ripped foul. But you look back to 1997 with the Indians, it doesn't matter what your record is going in as long as you get in.
Yeah, that's no doubt. There's the picture right there. Baltimore's in, Oakland's in, Texas is in. But it's interesting because you're looking at the best record going now for home field advantage. Division winners. If Oakland wins 2, they'll win the West. Baltimore's got a chance. They're going to have to win 2. New York's going to have to lose 2. Very interesting.
Runner goes. Pitch outside. Marson's throw. Offline, it actually hit Hudson as he went into second base. Got him right in the ribs, just below the armpit. Third steal for Hudson as you take another look at the throw here.
Well, he had a pretty good jump, and that throw just never gets there. Not a very good throw there by Marson. Cabrera gets his leg up and out of the way.
So now a runner in scoring position with 2 down, and that was the thing that got the White Sox their first run last night. When Wise, who laid down that bunt single, stole second, and then he was able to come around and score on the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs hit by Adam Dunn. And then the race was on for Chicago as they piled on. The payoff pitch. Johnson gets a piece to stay alive. Slowly chopped. Cabrera with the shift on. We'll throw him out. No runs ahead, a man left aboard. Indians are coming to bat when we come back. starting lineup for Sandy Alomar Jr., brought to you by Progressive Insurance, proud to be the official auto insurance provider of the Cleveland Indians. Shin-Soo Choo, Jason Kipnis as Drupal Cabrera, Carlos Santana, who's DHing tonight, then Lonnie Chisenhall and Russ Kanzler, AC Kochman, Brent Lillibridge, and Lou Marson.
31-year-old Jake Peavy makes his 32nd start this year, his 17th on the road. He is 11-12, has pitched 211 innings, and he had a really good first half. His second half, he was 4-7 with an ERA of a little bit over 4. So he got off to a great start and then scuffled a little bit in the second half. He is 2-0 though this year against the Indians.
And Chu takes a look at ball one outside.
Both starts against the Tribe coming in May. His first one was a very good one. He went 7 innings, 7 hits, and 1 run. That was a win. His second one went 6 1/3, 6 hits, 7 runs. But he still got the win. That was an 8-7 ball game.
And a fastball in for a strike. It's 2-1. Cuts and misses. Now the count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball froze him just over the outside corner. 1 away.
Looked like a curveball to me that wraps around, comes into the outside part of the plate. There it is, right down on the outside corner, gets the call. Strikeout number 1 for Peavy.
Now Jason Kipnis fouls the first pitch back out of play. Kipnis 14 homers, 76 runs batted in on the year. Rip foul.
Well, he runs one in. I'm thinking this might be a little cutter inside. That's what it was. And then Kipnis gets him out of there, but he busts his bat doing it. Peavy will throw just about everything at you. Everything in the kitchen sink. He'll cut it, he'll sink it, he'll ride it on you. He doesn't throw as hard as he used to. He's about 90, 91 with the curveball to go with it.
Fouled away by Kipnis. And another foul back. So both teams really chipping away at the starting pitchers tonight, spoiling a lot of good pitches here early. And able to lay off that breaking ball down and in. Another curveball, and this is another one right over the almost the exact same pitch he struck Chu out on.
Well, early in the at-bat, he cuts it in. Let's take a look at the Sox defense for you, the Home Depot defense. Viciedo is in left, Danks in center, Wise is in right. Olmedo at third, Ramirez at short, Hudson at second, Dunn is at first, Flowers behind the plate. More savings, more doing. That's the power of Home Depot.
And as Drupal Cabrera fouls one right back. Fastball, he was able to cut it back over the inside corner. And now it's 0-2. Missed inside that time with a heater. Settles on the curveball. And he strikes him out. So 3 curveballs, net 3 strikeouts here in the first. No score after 1. By McDonald's Cherry Berry Chiller. Cherry and raspberry flavors blended with ice and 100% fruit juice. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Diane Viciedo leading off for Chicago here in the second.
He had a pretty good night last night. Had 5 RBIs, a couple of hits, and a grand slam.
First career slam for Viciedo. Now the White Sox, as we've said before, have lived by the home run, and they've died by the home run, as you see there. The stats pretty much spell it out. Our stat of the game brought to you by your Northern Ohio GMC dealers.
Well, that's it. When you have a bunch of home run hitters like they have in the ballpark they play at, it's conducive to the long ball. You know, it's always up there as one of the, the most home runs hit during the year. You have to find a way sometimes to manufacture runs.
Last night was one of the few times where they really did that. The grand slam is certainly the highlight. But that wasn't the reason. They had already taken command of the game with the hit with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, 2 out hits, really. They loosened up after they got their first one. But they just didn't do it enough because over their last month they have really struggled with runners in scoring position.
Here is Alexei Ramirez. Ramirez only has 9 homers, but he has driven in 73 runs on the year for Chicago. Bounces that one wide of first. It gets by Kochman, and then it skips past Kipnis. It might have ricocheted off of Kochman, and that caused it to kind of carry him the other way by Kipnis.
It had spin on it. It goes off the end of Casey's glove, and it shot by Kipnis out into right field. I thought Kochman was going to get there. You'll see the hop. It goes up off the thumb of the first baseman's glove and just past Kipnis.
Jordan Danks cuts and misses. Danks getting a rare start. About the only time we've seen him
Pinch
here
running.
in September is in that pinch running role.
His only home run this year was a game winner against Oakland.
Smashed to first. What a grab by Kochman. Goes to second for one. Cabrera couldn't get it out of his glove in time. And there are two away.
Nice play. Kochman, that ball was right on the nose. He stopped it from going into right center field and gets the force out at second.
So with two down, we'll take a look at our trivia question tonight, brought to you by AT&T. Name the only pitcher in Indians history to win 20 games in a season and lose 20 games the next. We'll have the answer coming up later in the game. Swung on and missed. Tyler Flowers with a big rip, came up empty. Now he's got him down on the count of ball and 2 strikes. Pitch is low and away. Throw down with the runner going. If he held on to it, he was out. But Jason Kipnis couldn't quite handle the throw from Lou Marson. So give Danks a stolen base.
He had him. Jason holds on to that ball. He's a dead duck. It'll go as a stolen base, but that's not good for Lou Marson. He made a nice throw. You can see it's right on the money. It's sitting there waiting for him, and he just couldn't hold on to it.
Swung on and missed, and he strikes him out to end the inning. First K for Masterson. No runs ahead, a man left. Middle of the second, no score. 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up for Cleveland. Carlos Santana, Lonnie Chisenhall, and Russ Kanzler. Jake Peavy struck out the side in the first. 2 looking, 1 swinging.
I think they all came on that pitch right there, the curveball.
Yeah, they did, all 3. Chops it just foul up the first baseline. Right back towards us. Lonnie Chisenhall waiting on deck. Jake Peavy dialed in here at the outset. And Santana able to lay off that curveball in the dirt. 2-2. You can hear Peavy. He's one of the few pitchers in baseball very animated on the mound. You know, most guys like to be under control of their emotions, don't like to let anybody know what they're feeling. Peavy lets you know right from the get-go. He'll yell at himself. Santana pounds it into the ground. 1 away. Let's go downstairs and hear from Katie Witham.
Hey, Matt, Rick, 2013 season tickets are available right now. Make sure to take advantage of that new program, Tribe Rewards. It gives you points to use however you want. You can come to a ball game, throw out a first pitch, or attend a pregame press conference. Call 216-428-HITS right now for more information. Guys.
All right, thanks, Katie. Over the outside corner for a called strike to Lonnie Chisenhall. The one thing that Chicago will look back on when the season is over, and we talked about their struggles hitting in the clutch, driving in runs down the stretch. Obviously, that's the thing that jumps out at you that's very glaring. But also as a whole, as Chisenhall scorches it to third. Nice backhanded play by Olmedo, who throws him out for out number 2. Their inability to win on the road. They started out the season very good. On June 29th, they were 23-14 on the road. Since June 30th, 15-26.
Yeah.
And they finished the season, what do they come in here, 39-40. So if they win the last 2, they'll finish above 500. But that's obviously a problem for them. Most of the other teams that are in the playoffs, well above 500 on the road.
And you take care of your home. You know, you always have to have a pretty good home record. And, you know, normally if you can play 500 or above on the road, you're pretty good. Detroit finished under 500. They won 50 home games, though. That's the one difference. They were 37-42.
That's true, yeah. That's
so
true.
they can't go above 500, but that's why you don't win more than 90 games if you're not over that 500 mark on the road.
There's a pop into shallow right, but it's going to be the second baseman, Hudson, who will grab it. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Indians scoreless through 2. Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. Third inning, no score. It will be Ray Olmedo, Dwayne Wise, and Orlando Hudson for Chicago. Pitch outside, ball one. Olmedo making his 8th start. He played previously in the big leagues with Cincinnati and Toronto. Breaks his bat and weakly chopped toward third. Chisnall will throw him out. Time now for our great clip of the game, brought to you by Great Clips. Let's go back to May. How about this catch? Remember this one by Michael Brantley.
Oh, snatch him back.
Perfectly timed.
Yeah, it really was. That was, look at that. That'll upset you as a hitter, no doubt about it. Beautiful play by Michael.
Great Clips, it's going to be great. And it certainly was on that day for Michael Brantley. And now a nice play made by Casey Kochman to take a hit away from Dwayne Wise, 2 down.
Well, he's been on the ground a lot tonight, only the 3rd inning, and he's going to take a hit away from Wise here. Right on the glove hand side, gets up, goes to first by himself, out number 2.
That's going to bring up Orlando Hudson, who singled his first time up. Stole a base, but wound up stranded there. And Justin Masterson misses outside for ball 1. White Sox already 2 for 2 in steals. Though, in all fairness, Lou Marson had Danks, but the throw was unable to be picked up by Jason Kipnis. Just couldn't quite hold on to it. However, it's something we've talked about. Masterson, Jimenez, the young pitchers, McAllister, Kluber, all will be a point of focus, or it should be a point of focus and emphasis next spring training on finding ways to do a better job of slowing down the run game.
Yeah, it certainly can be done. And you would think when you get to the big leagues that you have a pretty good idea on how to do it. And Masterson's been here. I thought he did a better job last year than what he's doing this year. But you have to give your catcher an opportunity, you know, to give him a chance. Guys that are fast are going to steal bases regardless, you know, for the most part.
Loop foul. Well, we've seen pitchers work on it and get better at it as time goes on. Remember CC Sabathia early in his career, he had no idea.
And he was left-handed.
Yeah, and as a left-hander, he had no move and had no idea how to control the running game.
Yeah, well, it was Mulholland that helped him, another pitcher.
High fly ball to left. Routine play for Russ Kanzler. And a 1-2-3 third inning for Justin Masterson. No score, middle of the 3rd. score. Bottom third of the Indians order coming up here. Casey Kochman, Brent Lillibridge, and Lou Marson. Jake Peavy has made 29 pitches, 20 for strikes so far. High pop, slicing foul. Viciedo can't get to it.
Let's send out some birthday wishes. Bob and Dick Volz from Sandusky turning 88. A happy belated birthday to you. Ali Mignones, Paynesville Township, is 61. And we've got Alan Wood from New Philadelphia, 52. Happy birthday.
0-1 the count. PV deals, and it's inside 1-1. Tops it foul, back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Finish up our birthdays tonight. Julie Moyer of Findlay is 45 today, and P.J. Yarquette from Cuyahoga Falls is 33. Happy birthday to each and every one of you out there.
Tyler Flowers rocking some fancy fingernail paint there to make sure Jake Peavy can pick up the signs.
Went with the orange tonight. It's August. I mean it's fall time.
Viciedo, the left fielder, grabs. You know, I was just thinking. Remember back when wasn't it the Orioles that had the fluorescent orange on the catcher's glove, like on the outer part of the catcher's mitts.
Yeah, that's to pick up your target and throw strikes.
Yeah.
Now you got to see your signs. Well, sometimes I guess when you try and you cover up the signs as a catcher, you don't want other people to see it, so you're not giving it out in front of you. You're holding it deep, and there's not a lot of light, so whatever you can see, the pitcher, if they do have poor vision, you decorate the nails. And not only that, he can wear it after the game. He can go out somewhere with it and look great.
See, I was just going to say, now after the game, your first order of business is right to the nail polish remover.
No, it's not. It's go out there and you go dancing. Why take it off?
The 0-1. Strike call, 0-2 the count on Brent Lillibridge. And he takes one right down Broadway. Strike 3 called. 4th K for Jake Peavy. 2 down here in the 3rd. Our minor league report tonight comes to you courtesy of University Hospitals. Tyler Naquin this year at Mahoning Valley. Right out of college, went for a .270 average, 11 doubles, 13 ribbies in his 36 games played. There was Peavy again. It's almost as soon as the ball leaves his hand, he knows if he's done something mechanically wrong, and he just blurts it right out.
Yeah, you hear it before it gets to the catcher. He knows mechanically he didn't either stay in and keep that shoulder closed or
almost
whatever.
Sounds like Homer Simpson. Don't.
Well, you can hear it much more so tonight, pronounced. Not a lot of people here, so you can hear him yelling.
Marson almost went, but he held up. 2-1. Just a little bit wide of the mark, Peavy. A little extra long look into Paul Schreiber after that pitch. Powers it past him and got a piece, full count. I think there are a lot of people, you think back to when the White Sox made the deal to get Peavy, and people wondered, boy, is it worth it? Does he have anything left in the tank? Is this a big gamble for the White Sox?
Well, how about the surgery he went through, though, Matty?
After he came.
The detached muscle?
Yeah, detached lat muscle. Try that one on for
No,
size.
thank you. The first of its kind, wasn't it?
Well, he's perfect through the first 3, no score. Chicago, Adam Dunn, Dan Johnson, and Diane Viciedo. Justin Masterson has allowed a pair of singles, and that's been it. He has struck out 1, has not walked a batter. Adam Dunn looks at a ball outside. Boston leads New York 2-1 in the 3rd inning. Tampa Bay, Baltimore scoreless down in St. Pete in the 3rd. The other big game tonight in the American League is out on the West Coast. Oakland hosting Texas. Now the A's, the big question will be, do they bounce back emotionally? They clinched the playoff spot. They've had their celebration. But they've won 4 straight, and if they beat Texas tonight, then they're all tied
for marbles
going into the season finale.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Sure would. Not so much if you're a Rangers fan, but
well, too bad they had their opportunities. Those guys from Oakland just never quit. And they're not going to start now.
payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Masterson gets his second strikeout. 1 down here in the 4th. Our injury report tonight brought to you by Elk & Elk. Serious lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Mark Teixeira came off the DL, and well, he wasn't really on the DL, but he hadn't played in 20 games and went 1 for 3, had a 2-run homer last night. So no question, they needed him back as they get ready for postseason play.
Seemed like everybody hit a home run last night in that inning. But they have about 4 or 5.
It was not, what, 9 runs second inning? First inning. Was it first inning or second inning?
It was early. I'm not sure
I think
which
it was
one.
the second inning, yeah. The 1-1 to Dan Johnson, and he fouls it over to the on-deck circle. Johnson grounded out to second base his first time up. Two balls, 2 strikes. And that's the first walk issued by Justin as Dan Johnson gets a free pass.
Well, you can spend some time with the Indians out in Arizona next spring, whether it's a week long or it could be a weekend trip, whatever you desire, because packages will fit into your schedule. You can call 216-420-HITS for all the details. Come on out and see the Tribe in Goodyear, Arizona.
Misiato chops one to third. Chisenhall goes to second. Kipnis gets the out there and throws on to first to complete the double play. Middle of the fourth, still no score in Cleveland. No score, bottom of the fourth inning. That young man came ready to play. He's got the uni on. He's got his belt, pants, and jersey.
He's digging for some ice cream in there deep.
But he's ready to play, Coach. He's saying, hey, Sandy Alomar, I'm ready if you need me.
We're going to put him in once he gets that uniform dirty, and it's just a matter of time.
Bottom of the fourth, top of the order for the Tribe. 9 up, 9 down so far for Jake Peavy. He has struck out 4. Chu was caught looking at a breaking ball his first time up. This time he launches one deep into the night, and the Indians draw first blood on Shin-Soo Chu's 16th home run of the year. 1-0 Cleveland. Oh, he went down and literally golfed that pitch out of here.
He sure did. That was no doubt there, boy. He got himself a fastball down, middle in. And this thing gets out of there, whether the wind's going to hold it up or not. He knew he got enough of it. 16th home run for Chu, the first hit, and also the first run of this ball game.
And now Jason Kipnis, a strikeout victim his first time up. Peavy fanned the side in the first. Indians hoping it'll be a different story second time around. Chops that one foul. Well, you can see Peavy squinting, so it might be a good thing that Tyler Flowers has that nail paint on.
I'm sure it's there for a reason.
Yeah, he gets into that squint to get the sign. Doesn't waste a lot of time, though. He gets it and brings it. 2-2. And Kipnis caught looking at a fastball painted on the outside corner. That's 5 strikeouts for Peavy. Well, a favorite charity for Rick and myself is the Gathering Place, a wonderful, caring community. And it helps individuals who have cancer, family members who are dealing with the dreaded disease. They have 2 locations here in the Cleveland area, one on the west side of town, one on the east side. All the programs they offer are free of charge. And that's certainly huge, and they need support to keep this wonderful program growing each and every year. And this is a 4th year of partnership for Great Clips in the Gathering Place. And Great Clips has donated over $6,700 this year and over $26,000 to the Gathering Place the previous 3 years. For Rick and I, it's our 5th year of involvement with the Gathering Place. And through its Great Needs, Great Deeds program, Great Clips participates in 350 charitable campaigns serving Northeast Ohio communities annually. And we certainly thank Great Clips for their involvement in this program, helping a wonderful cause, the Gathering Place.
Yeah, they have some great people at the Gathering Place as well.
No doubt about it.
We know very well, and they do a tremendous job.
Eileen Safran and Ben Light, who've been very gracious to both Rick and myself. So if you know someone who has cancer or someone whose family is dealing with it, please encourage them to get in touch with the Gathering Place. You will not regret it. Now Carlos Santana lines one to deep center field. But there to make the catch is Jordan Danks, and the inning is over. Indians get on the board on a Chew homer. 1-zip Cleveland as we go to the 5th. In Northeast Ohio. By Levin's, home of the Sealy Posturepedic mattress made right here in Northeast Ohio. By Kia, Cleveland.com. And by First Merit Bank. And we go to the 5th inning with the Indians on top 1-0. Alexei Ramirez, Jordan Danks, and Tyler Flowers for Chicago. Ramirez with a swing and a foul back. Tribe on top thanks to the solo home run by Shin-Soo Choo in the bottom of the 4th. No balls, 2 strikes. Bounced foul. 1-2 the count. Lonnie Chisenhall cuts in front and fires it across for out number 1. Now Justin Masterson wanted to finish strong, and so far tonight he is headed in that direction. He will lead the Indians in wins, innings pitched, strikeouts. Going over 200 innings on the year, making his 34th start here tonight.
I don't think anybody has made any more than 34 starts. That may be leading the league in that department.
Yeah, I'm looking at the White Sox here. I don't see anybody on their staff that's made that many starts.
34. Wilson with the Angels, Chen with Kansas City, and now Justin Masterson, the only 3.
Bounce to second base where Jason Kipnis will take care of Jordan Danks, 2 down. The Taco Bell Browns Red Zone returns Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Andre Knott and Mary Kay Cabot will take your calls and emails as the Browns get ready for the New York Giants. It's the Taco Bell Browns Red Zone Thursday night at 8 right here on STO. Well, you love the fact that Justin Masterson is durable. He takes the ball every 5 days. He goes out, logs innings. Certainly, you look at the end results, and the ERA is disappointing. The 1-loss record, disappointing.
Well, here's a guy that we expected to make the next step this year. Big, strong guy. He's going to go out there. Left-handers have done him in. They hit .299 off him coming into this game this year, or tonight. Left-handers .299, and he's had trouble actually with runners on base out of the stretch. He could go out there at times and be lights out, and then all of a sudden he'll lose an arm slot or something, and then he lets a team right back into it. So for me, I mean, I expected him to do a little bit more this year, especially the step he made last year.
Well, he's trying to go out on a strong note here this evening, and he sets him down 1-2-3 in the 5th. With the Indians leading it 1-0. A homer by Shin-Soo Choo. It's the only blemish for Jake Peavy here tonight. Lonnie Chisenhall, Russ Kanzler, Casey Kochman due up for the Tribe. Chisenhall bounced to third his first time up.
Almeida made a nice backhanded play on him. The ball was hit right on the line.
Baltimore's taking a 1-0 lead over Tampa in the fourth inning down in St. Pete. Boston still leads New York 2-1 in the fourth in the Big Apple. 2-2 the count on Chisenhall. .60 pitches for Jake Peavy tonight, and 41 have been 4 strikes. Lonnie Chisenhall drives one at deep right center field. On the run, Jordan Danks makes the catch and just barely avoided colliding with the right fielder, Dwayne Wise. Let's go back to the Hyundai Studios right now for an in-game update. Al will tell us how the O's grabbed the lead against Tampa.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Rick. Yep, it was a solo home run here in the top of the fourth inning. Chris Davis, his 33rd of the season. That's been it thus far. James Shields is on the mound for Tampa Bay. Gonzalez is on the hill for Baltimore. He's given up just 1 hit. So the O's lead a very important game, 1-0. They're in the 5th now at the Trop. Matt?
All right, thanks, Al. Boy, what a find Chris Davis has been for Baltimore.
He has been lights out recently. He's been locked in, hasn't he, for a home run hitter?
How about he's homered in 6 consecutive games?
Wow. That one last night he hit. I saw the replay. It hit one of the rings.
Oh, yeah?
Down in Tampa in that dome for the home run. Ended up coming back into play, but that's how high it was. That last one, what is that? The B ring or whatever it is up there.
Kanzler fights it off, stays 0-2. Just missed the outside corner with that fastball. Count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Slider low and away. Kanzler strikes out. Half dozen Ks for Jake Peavy, 2 down here in the 5th. Our game recap brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. There it is.
Don't blink.
Shin-Soo Choo's leadoff homer in the 4th, the only run of the ball game. Find out about more than 30 Toyota offers available now at buyatoyota.com. Casey Kochman takes a breaking ball for a strike. Kochman sends one up the middle, but that's where Alexei Ramirez had him played, and the Indians go 1-2-3. 5 in the books. Cleveland 1, Chicago nothing. Discount coupons for the Subway Extreme Fan Zone to an upcoming home game. It's the place to be for a chance to win Subway gift cards, Indians fun money, and get great discounts on your next Subway purchase. Subway, where winners eat. Indians with a 1-0 lead. 6th inning. And for Chicago, Ray Olmedo will lead it off, then Dwayne Wise and Orlando Hudson. Justin Masterson has made 76 pitches, 51 strikes thrown. 10 ground ball outs. He's had at least 2 in every inning. And 9 times he's been ahead of a White Sox hitter 0-2 or 1-2. So pitching ahead, throwing a lot of strikes.
And getting the ground ball.
Perfect recipe. Swung on and missed. 1-2 the count. And Olmedo strikes out. 1 away here in the 6th. Well, as the season winds down here, it's time for evaluation, and in some cases, self-evaluation. With more on that, here's Katie Witham.
Yeah, Matt, Rick, I spoke with Vinny Pistano today, and he told me, hey, I had a great first 4.5 months of the season, but he's been extremely disappointed in his last 7 weeks. He told me he took mentally a different approach coming into this year, knowing he'd be the setup man. He kind of wanted to be that force out there. And, Matt, when you look at some of his numbers, 36 holds. That's an Indians team record. It's also second best in the majors right now. He said that's by far what I'm most proud of, the fact that the Indians gave him the ball in that many games that was kind of hanging in the balance. It's definitely something to be proud of. The one thing he's really going to be focusing on this offseason is going to be getting into the weight room, getting his shoulder and his forearm stronger, and improving that flexibility.
Well, he's got every reason to be proud of himself and the job that he's done this year, because he's part of a bullpen that is the very reason why this team was in first place for 40 days during the season, because when they played with the lead from the 6th inning on, Smith, Pistano, Perez, it was game over.
It was lights out for a long time. It certainly was. And that's how important a bullpen is. You have to have a good bullpen if you're going to succeed. You look at the Baltimore Orioles, how they've done it this year. Some great arms coming out of that bullpen. Their starters have been, I think they have used 12 different starters this year, the Orioles. That bullpen is there. The Indians, you're right, when they were winning ball games, they weren't scoring a lot of runs, but when the starters were holding them in there, the bullpen was doing a very good job.
And conversely, a bad bullpen can completely unravel a team, no matter how good it is, because your offense can only score so many times during a game. And if the bullpen gives a lead up late, man, that's it's very deflating for a team to come back from. Softly hit towards center field. It's going to drop for hit. They're going to wave Wise home. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe as Marson couldn't come up with the throw. And the tying run scores as Wise might have got a spike in on Marson as well when he came into home plate. So the base hit by Orlando Hudson has evened the game at 1 apiece.
Yeah, Wise broke back to second base thinking somebody was going to catch it, then realized he took off and it almost cost him. He didn't realize that ball was going to drop, and then in comes Lillibridge to make a throw. It was a very good throw. You see it, and there's the hop for Marson, and I think Lou tried to tag him before he had the ball. Never really fielded the ball cleanly. Look at, he's going for the tag. He realizes he's coming in there quickly. You have to catch the ball first before you can apply the tag, so he is safe. It's a 1-1 ball game.
Now Adam Dunn 0 for 2 on the night. Takes down low, ball 1. Joe Smith, Scott Barnes up in the Indians bullpen. Dunn rips it foul. 2-1. Three balls and a strike to count on Adam Dunn, with Dan Johnson waiting on deck. Very close. Good spin move and throw by Masterson, and a quick tag applied by Kochman. Now a full count, and once again we talked about Adam Dunn. Nobody sees more pitches per plate appearance than this guy. No surprise, it's a full count.
Well, we'll see if he sends Hudson here. Hudson stole a base back in the first. 3-2 count. This guy can strike out. He can hit it out of the ballpark. It's going to be one of those two things, or he'll walk. Do you start him?
Yeah, he doesn't hit into many double plays for that very reason.
Right, you can strike him out, throw him out too.
Pop back out of play.
That's the one thing I'm saying. He's not going to, if he puts it in play, it may be high, it may be deep. But with a 1-1 tie now, late in the game, you do, I think, send him if you want to stay aggressive. You're in the top part of your lineup.
Masterson trying to wear him out. And he holds this time, and it's a high pop. Chisenhall makes the catch. 2 down. Hey, don't miss Sunday Strategy presented by Audi Bedford. Jim Donovan, Doug Deacon, and Tony Grossi return Thursday night, and they'll break down the Browns matchup with the defending Super Bowl champion New York Giants. Sunday Strategy Thursday night at 7 right here on STO. Here's Dan Johnson, walked his last time up. That's the only walk issued by Masterson tonight. Two to 1 strike to ball ratio for Masterson tonight, so that's certainly encouraging. Orlando Hudson's going to wear out his pants before this inning's over. It's about the 6th time he's had to go sliding back into first base.
Well, he realizes now a 1-1 game, you've got to pay attention to him and keep him close. And he's changing the things he has to do to just, make it a little more difficult for the base runner.
Down at the back foot and just did dance out of the way. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the 6th inning. Game tied at 1. Hudson holds, and the pitch fouled off again.
I'm going to send along our congratulations to Emily and Kyle Carter on their first anniversary. So congratulations. Many more to come.
Masterson again with a 1-2. And
Yes.
this time Johnson couldn't help himself. And the inning is over. 5th strikeout for Masterson. But the White Sox get an RBI single from Orlando Hudson to tie the game at 1.
Winter Tribe. Brought in a beer.
Bottom of the 6th inning will feature Brent Lillibridge, Lou Marson, and Shin-Soo Choo. Brent Lillibridge out on strikes his first time up. Jake Peavy has been perfect, with the exception of the home run hit by Shin-Soo Choo in the 4th inning. So far, this is like one of those games he pitched out in San Diego for so many years. Low scoring and dominated by the pitchers.
And at nighttime, about the same kind of weather out there in San Diego,
that's right.
you know,
yeah.
in that big ball yard.
And the 1-2 swung on and missed. That's 7 strikeouts for Peavy. One down here in the 6th. Let's get the answer to the AT&T trivia question. The only pitcher to win 20 and then lose 20 the next year. El Tiante.
Yeah, that year in '68 was unbelievable. ERA in the 1s.
Lou Marson sends a pretty good poke to deep right field. Back is Wise, and he'll make the catch on the track for out number 2.
Take advantage of the brand new customizable season ticket holder benefits package. It's called Tribe Rewards. You can spend points on experiences like throwing out a first pitch or attending a pregame press conference. If you would like more information, call 216-420-HITS.
Shin-Soo Choo now riding a 12-game hitting streak, equaling his career best with that homer back in the 4th. It's the only hit in the game for the Indians, the only base runner. This was it. He got a low pitch down in his wheelhouse, as they say.
Did he ever? He hit it a ton. That's the only hit. And Choo was trying to bunt here. Don't bunt, Choo. Do it again. 1 hit, 1 run. Let's go. Nobody else has a knock. They only had 2 hits in last night's ball game.
I don't know what to do with this information other than you wonder if this is something is it just one of those things, or is this something maybe you think about next year? When he goes after the first pitch, when he puts it in play, he's hitting 407.
Well, there's a lot of hitters that, when they put it in play, swinging at it and putting it in play are 2 different things.
I'm assuming that's what this means, when he puts it in play.
Yeah, like we showed that. Remember how many times Hamilton swung at the first pitch this year, and what was it, 60% of more than that?
Yeah, a lot.
He swung at it, and 40% of the time, he was hitting 400 when he put it in play. But choose a guy that can swing and miss. You can foul it off, but when you do put it in place, he's getting that fastball he's probably looking for.
Yeah, if it's a first pitch breaking ball, good chance he's not swinging at it.
Yeah, why swing at it? I mean, go ahead. But, I mean, Hamilton, he's swinging first pitch, it seems like most of the time, no matter what. But he has success doing it.
High fly ball. The left fielder, Viciedo, will make the catch. And the Indians go 1-2-3. And since that homer by Choo, Jake Peavy has retired 9 in a row.
you need to join us in Arizona next year for spring training. It's going to be here before you know it, and no matter what your schedule it is, the Indians have a travel package that will work for you, whether it's just a weekend getaway or an all-inclusive trip that would include a player meet and greet. They've got a deal for you. Log on to Indians.com right now for all the spring training information. Matt, Rick, back to you guys.
Hey, be careful where you point that thing. 1-1 our score as we go to the 7th inning, and the Indians go to their bullpen for the first time tonight, as Joe Smith will come on in relief of Justin Masterson. Smith will make his 72nd appearance of the year, 7 up, 4 down, ERA of an even 3, 53 strikeouts, 25 walks in his 66 innings of work. Viciedo 0 for 2. He bounced into a double play his last time up.
You know, he took that first pitch, being patient on that sinker inside from Smith, and all of a sudden he tried to get after that one. That's the one you want to try and get a ball away from you up there until you get to 2 strikes.
Two and 1. Chops it off the plate. Cabrera fires it over. Very close play. Bang, bang, and
Boy,
he gets him.
It sure was.
Our highlight reel brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers, and Justin Masterson in his final start here tonight. Pretty good results. 6 innings, 1 run on 4 hits, only walked 1, struck out 5.
Yeah, ground ball was working, had a double play ball. Good sinker tonight.
206 and a third innings in the 2012 season for Justin Masterson. Good pitch. Evens the count of 1-1 on Alexei Ramirez. He singled in the 2nd, grounded out in the 5th. Smitty gets ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right to the third baseman, Lonnie Chisenhall. And he throws a strike across the diamond for out number 2. And now Jordan Danks. 0 for 2 on the night. Final game of the season tomorrow night. And we'll have it for you once again here on STO at 7 o'clock. And it'll be David Huff against Gavin Floyd to wrap up the 2012 season. One ball, 1 strike. No changes in any of those other games. Boston still leading New York 2-1 there in the 5th. And Baltimore still leading Tampa 1-0 in the 6th. The only other game of consequence in the American League gets underway at 10 o'clock when Texas is at Oakland. And if the A's win, they'll be tied with the Rangers going into the final day of the season tomorrow. Weekly bounce to first. Casey Kochman waited back on it. And a close race, but Smitty beats Danks to the bag. And the White Sox go 1-2-3. Seventh inning stretch brought to you by the Cleveland Clinic's free walking program. Let's Move It, Mondays at Progressive Field and the Metro Park Zoo. Visit letsmoveit.org for more information.
Panini's, Cam. Get overstuffed at Panini's Bar and Grill. Coming back into the bottom half of the seventh inning, a 1-1 ball game. The Indians, 1 run on 1 hit. Peavy has struck out 7, hasn't walked anybody. Matter of fact, he started this game out. He retired the first 9, gave up a solo home run to Chu, and then has retired the next 9.
Yeah, he's been pretty special here tonight. Jason Kipnis 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts. Takes a look at ball 1. Kipnis has been called out twice tonight. Peavy's had good success with that breaking ball away, getting hitters to give up on it.
He sets that pitch up, though, by getting ahead of him in, with that little cutter or something inside. But he's falling behind Kipnis here, leading off the 7-3-0.
Man, he walks him on 4 straight. First walk of the game for Peavy. On this date, back in 1908, Cleveland played Chicago in the heat of a very closely fought pennant race. And Addie Joss pitched the second perfect game in the modern era in baseball history. And to do it, he beat Ed Walsh, who on that day was going for his 40th win of the season. And Addie Joss did it, Rick, on 74 pitches.
Wow.
By many historians, it's thought to be the greatest perfect game ever because of what was at stake. It's, heat of the pennant race. There's only a few games left in the season. You're going up against a guy who's got 39 wins. and to do it on 74 pitches is it's pretty amazing.
Well, they must have been pretty aggressive when he was around that strike zone all night long. 74 pitches. Wow.
Well, they didn't have night games back then, but game only took
all
an
day
hour
long.
and 29 minutes.
Yeah.
Hour and 29 minutes. See you later.
4 hits in the ball game. It should have.
Cabrera bunts it foul first base side. Addie Joss threw that perfect game against the White Sox and then threw a no-hitter against them later. He's the only guy in history of baseball to no-hit the same team twice.
Yeah.
He was a 20-game winner 4 times. He won the ERA title twice, but he died of tubercular meningitis just 3 years after that perfect game. And so he only ended up with 9 years in the big leagues. And because of that, he was not eligible for the Hall of Fame. Cabrera sends one back to the mound. Peavy goes to second for one, and they turn two. But they lobbied for years and finally found a sympathetic ear. And then in 1978, Addie Joss was rightfully inducted into baseball's Hall of Fame. His ERA of 1.89 is second lowest, only to the guy he pitched the perfect game against. I mean, the numbers that he compiled are just pretty amazing. A Wisconsin native who pitched his entire professional career for Cleveland and made his home in Toledo, where he is buried. And what's really amazing is that when he died, 3 days after he died, this was at the start of the season when he died, the Cleveland team said, we're going to the funeral. And American League President Ban Johnson said, oh, no, you're not. You've got a game to play. And the Cleveland players essentially said, well, then we'll go on strike.
No kidding, back then.
And Ty Cobb led the Tigers players and said, we're not playing either. And so Ban Johnson backed down and said, well, we'll postpone the game. We'll play it later. You guys can go to the funeral. Two-strike pitch, just a little bit outside. And then a few months later, they held a benefit game at Old League Park. And every American League team sent representatives to play in that game. And it basically was the forerunner to what became the All-Star game. And there's a wonderful old panoramic photo of every player that appeared in that game. And Ty Cobb came to play representing Detroit, but he lost his Tiger uniform in transit, and he wore a Cleveland uniform. So in that picture, there's Ty Cobb wearing a Cleveland uniform. Probably the only time he was ever seen not wearing the Old English D. Payoff pitch. Santana sends a high pop. And the second baseman, Hudson, settles under it and makes the catch. 7 in the books. We are still tied at 1.
Cleveland Indians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Indians.
As we go to the 8th inning, and now Vinny Pistano coming on to work for the Tribe after Joe Smith worked a 1, 2, 3, 7th inning.
Pistano for the 69th time. His 74 strikeouts in 68 and a third innings. He'll be facing Flowers, Olmedo, and Wise.
A little bit outside, ball one. Flowers fouling it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. High pop. The first baseman, Casey Kochman, makes the catch. 1 down. In-game box score brought to you by your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers, who invite you to come see the all-new 2012 Sonata. Visit NorthernOhioHyundaiDealers.com today.
Not much of a box score here today, is there?
Not a whole lot happening.
No. 5 hits total in this ball game, and the White Sox with 4 of them.
Ray Olmedo, they show him up on the scoreboard with his, I don't know if that's a team photo headshot that he's taken, but
it is.
He's got his sunglasses on.
Yes, he does.
And the reflection of the light, the camera light, makes it look kind of goofy looking, doesn't it?
Yeah, there you go. That's why you don't wear your glasses when you're getting pictures taken. It's like Halloween.
Straight up the middle. Well, those glasses, a seeing eye single. There you go. Olmedo has just the 5th hit of the night for Chicago and a 1-out base runner here in the 8th.
Well, straight up the middle. A little two-seamer away. He got stuck in the batter's box, but it gets into center field.
He's no Corey Hart. He does not wear his sunglasses at night.
No, sir.
Dwayne Wise doubled and then came around to score the only run for Chicago in the 6th. Wise doubled just inside the bag at third, and now this time up, Chisenhall is hugging that line. He's not going to let him blister one down there again. He says, if you get it by me this time, you're going to have to hit it to the left of me. I'll give you a single, but we're not going to give you extra bases late in the game. Turns on the ball, sends it to right, but Chu is back there to grab it. 2 down.
A little update in Kansas City. Cabrera gets his 2nd hit of the ball game, drives in a pair of runs for Detroit, so he's now 2 for 2, up over 331 as far as the average goes. Already leads by 10 RBIs. Give him a couple of more.
Yeah.
So the home run, I think, is about the only thing that is left to question, and he has a lead on Hamilton, 44 to 43.
Yeah. And Hamilton's playing in Oakland
tonight,
where it's tough to hit him out. We've seen it before.
At night it can be, yes. He can hit him out of anywhere if he hits him.
He can. It's not like playing at home. If he was playing at home, who knows?
Yeah, you sit and wait till the final out, no doubt. But boy, oh boy, it is looking more like we could have a Triple Crown winner in the American League.
Out in Oakland tonight, it'll be Matt Harrison going for his 19th win for Texas, and Travis Blackley going for Oakland.
Yeah, and They say Hamilton's 2 for 10 against him in his career.
Pistano missing inside. 2 balls and a strike. Hudson, the only RBI for Chicago tonight. Oh, what a bare hand grab by Pistano, but he throws, and Kochman makes the tag, but they call him safe. Wow, what an effort by Pistano, and Kochman with a terrific grab. He tagged him, but the first base umpire said he was safe, and Sandy Alomar comes right out to say, hold on a second.
Well, he's coming out because he saw Kochman say something to Mike Everett. And you know what? That was tremendous effort on both ends. I mean, Pistano got off the mound and barehanded to make the throw. And Kochman felt like he got it and touched Hudson before he got to the base. And he's saying he pulled him off the bag. And I'm thinking he wasn't on the bag, he had to tag him. And if he did tag him, that's what I'm thinking. We'll get another look at it. Beautiful backhand.
Incredible play by Pistano.
All right, he's off the base. He comes back. He's safe. Okay, good call. He missed him. Okay, he did miss him from that angle. I thought so. What'd you think?
I can't. Yeah, I guess he didn't get him. I thought he tagged him, but on that angle, it looks like he missed him.
He missed him by a foot, and Kochman was trying to sell it. So that was a good call, and nothing wrong with trying to sell it.
Well, Sandy Alomar came bolting out of there. And now the White Sox have 2 on with 2 out. And Adam Dunn is at the plate. Bouncer to first. Kochman has it. Flips to Pistano, and the inning is over. So Vinny gets out of trouble. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left. Bottom of the 8th, tied at 1. One our score, bottom of the 8th inning. Lonnie Chisenhall, Russ Kanzler, and Casey Kochman coming up for the Tribe. Fouled back by Chisenhall. The 1-1. And Lonnie fouls it. Oh, man. Just over the dugout into the lower deck. Jake Peavy's 99th pitch of the night is swung on and missed, and that's his 8th strikeout here this evening. It's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. And the White Sox right-hander has pitched very effectively here tonight. He has given up 1 hit, a solo homer by Chu in the 4th. He has walked 1 and he has struck out 8.
Yeah, 4 of those 8 strikeouts have been called.
Kanzler sends a towering pop to shallow left to shortstop Ramirez. Takes care of that 2 away. Well, now Casey Kochman coming up. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Baltimore still leading Tampa Bay 1-0 in the 7th. Boston still leading New York 2-1. Bottom of the 6th. Down low for ball 1 to Kochman. He is fly to left, grounded to short. Did he go around? Yes, he did, says the third base umpire, Tim Welke.
Oh, yeah.
The 2-1 from Peavy. Big chopper to second. And Orlando Hudson takes care of that, and the Indians go in order, and we go to the 9th, tied at 1. On for the 61st time this year. No wins, 4 losses. ERA at 3.34. You see the saves, 39 on the year, 59 strikeouts, just 15 walks, and almost 57 innings of work. He'll be facing Dan Johnson, Diane Viciedo, and Alexei Ramirez. And a fastball for strike one. One and two the count.
Lou's he's asking the first base umpire on the swing. Lou, it's a left-handed hitter. Go to third.
Two balls, two strikes. Perez delivers. And it's fouled out of play. The 2-2. A little bit low, full count. Fouled back. That's Hector Santiago, who started last night's game. He's left-handed, and he's up screwing around throwing right-handed.
Hit the microphone.
What's really interesting about watching him do that, though, is a couple of weeks ago when we were at home, we were playing against Texas as Johnson fouls it back. I was down on there on the field, and Yu Darvish was out in the outfield, and he was throwing left-handed. And he was throwing to a guy down the crouch, and he looked like a left-handed pitcher. It was unbelievable. And he wasn't just screwing around. I guess it's just part of his routine. He'll go out and do that. Just to
save it on your right arm. Why not?
But it was really interesting to watch because he had pretty good feel for what he was doing, throwing fastballs and he'd throw a little breaking ball. But here's Hector Santiago.
No, that's not good form.
Doesn't
I don't think he can get you out with that. I'll tell you, when we used to play, George Brett used to take infield and throw left-handed. He'd come out from the outfield and throw left-handed.
Is that right?
And could do it.
Light tower in the Browns game.
Look at our man out there. He's talking to him.
Get a pinch runner at first base. It's Jose Lopez. High drive, deep center. Back goes Lillibridge, away back and gone. Diane Viciedo, who hit the grand slam last night, hits a 2-run shot here in the ninth off Chris Perez to make it 3-1 Chicago.
Now, that was no cheapie either. That ball was belted. Look at Marson sitting. Look where that ball goes. Down the middle of the plate. Viciedo, he is a strong man. Goes straight away center and deep into those trees.
Grounded to third. Chisenhall will throw out Ramirez 2 away, or 1 away. Well, Chris Perez met with the writers before the game tonight And certainly Chris has he's had the spotlight on him a number of different times this year for comments that he has made. He called out the fans earlier this year. He's called out the front office. Today, his comments were directed at the Indians' former manager, Manny Acta. And he said when he made his comments earlier this summer and criticizing the front office for its poor trading record, he said of those comments, quote, "A lot of it was heat of the moment. I was upset. A lot of that walked out the door last week." Of course, he was referring to Manny Acta. And then he went on to say, and I thought this was interesting, Rick, the Manny you guys, meaning the reporters, the Manny you guys saw and the Manny we saw were different guys. He's not a very confrontational person. In this game, we're men. We can handle it. Sometimes we need a kick in the butt. He did it this year, but it was a couple of weeks too late. As Perez gives up a base hit to Jordan Danks. He said he thinks the Indians took on Manny's passive personality. Perez said, quote, "It sounds like a cliche, but a team does follow its manager, good or bad. If a manager has no activity on the field, if he doesn't argue calls or get upset, then why would his team?" You can read more of Chris Perez's comments. Just pick up your local newspaper tomorrow because all the reporters were around his locker before the game, and he had plenty to say. Oh, man. Tyler Flowers gets drilled. And Flowers, is he talking to Marson or is he looking at Perez? I think he's looking right at Chris Perez. And the umpire, Paul Schreiber, gets in between them, making sure he's not going to make a beeline for the mound. You can hear Chris Perez yelling at the White Sox saying, "I didn't do it on purpose."
Yeah, they know. They're all up on that top step looking. I'll tell you what, after the home run, he did get an out, but a base hit, and this is up and into Flowers, who hasn't done anything today. And I don't know where that ball got him. Did it get him in the hand?
It must have glanced off his hand and then hit his helmet.
I don't know.
It sounded like it hit something hard.
Let's take a look at it. Well, he gets under it, and that's not a good pitch. I don't care intentional or not. That's down underneath, and that was up in that area where the first thing people are going to think is, yes, you did go at him. No question. It did get his hand. See, it deflected. I think it was off his upper arm and then deflected off his hand, but it was up near the head, and that is uncalled for. Now, look at, they're going to warn him now, and they're saying, why are you warning the White Sox? And they're exactly right. All those guys got their hands up saying, wait a minute. Ventura wants to get a little, he wants to know what's going on. Look at, he's talking about that first pitch.
They want Perez ejected from the game.
You know, if the home plate umpire, right, if he felt that he was throwing at him, he could eject him too. That's Tim Welke, the crew chief, in there arguing with him too, or listening to him, I should say. Look at it. He says, he's not even worth it. You can tell by the look on his face. Nothing's going to be done, not even worth it.
So 2 on, 1 out, and Ray Olmedo the batter now. I think what Robin Ventura is arguing is if you felt like it was intentional enough to warn, if you felt like it was intentional, then throw him out of the game.
I think you're right. You know, and now with the warnings, now if anybody from Chicago throws in, they're going to be automatically ejected. But I don't really think they care. It's a matter of protecting your players right there. And they don't care. And I'll tell you what, if I'm an Indian now, let me see who's due up in the 9th inning. You're going to get Who? Lillibridge, Marson, and Chu. I wouldn't want to be hitting.
Chu's been hit enough. High and slicing foul out of play. Uh-oh, somebody went tumbling over the side there. That's back out of play. Two on. Still only one out. Perez has given up a two-run homer to Diane Viciedo. And with two White Sox aboard, he misses to Ray Olmedo, and it's 2-2. Well, other than Hector Santiago screwing around throwing left-handed out there, you got to believe Jake Peavy might come back and try to finish the game.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else is out there, Matt, throwing.
I mean, I know he's over 100 pitches, but it's his last start of the year. If he feels good and feels strong, why not? There's a drive to center field. Lillibridge breaks in, makes the head-high catch. And that's out number 2. High pop, foul territory. Chisenhall drifting near the dugout, and he's got it. The White Sox get a 2-run homer from Diane Viciedo as Chris Perez and Tyler Flowers have a couple of words here in the center of the diamond. CP just telling them no intention there. But Chicago now on top, 3-1. Before he heads back out to the mound here to pitch here in the bottom of the ninth, looking for a complete game victory in his final outing of the season. He'll be facing Brent Lillibridge, Lou Marson, and Shin-Soo Choo. Michael Brantley will pinch hit for Lillibridge. Brantley expected to be in the lineup for the season finale tomorrow night. He wanted to play tonight, but Sandy Alomar felt like, with the rain before the game, didn't want to take a chance on him in the outfield on wet grass, maybe re-aggravating that groin injury. So he told Michael. Michael wanted to play, but Sandy said, let's sit you one more game, get you out there for the final game tomorrow. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Line drive and a base hit for Michael Brantley, and the Indians will bring the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Well, this ball gets in on him a little bit. And he's going to flare it in there, get a base hit. So there we go. Get the tying run to the plate. Hafner's going to come up and pinch hit. It looks like Donald is going to pinch run.
So JD will pinch run. And now Travis Hafner will get a pinch hitting appearance. Peavy delivers, and Hafner looks outside, ball one.
This is only the second time tonight that Peavy has been out of the stretch. And it wasn't with the, Chu hit the home run. Then he walked Kipnis, you remember, leading off the seventh, and he got the double play ball by Cabrera. Other than that, it's been out of the full windup all night long up until right now.
Hafner sends one high and deep down the line. It is a home run. Travis Hafner ties the game in the bottom of the ninth with a two-run homer. Right down the line. And it just did stay inside the pole for a game-tying dinger. And Jake Peavy's attempt at completing this game and getting the victory went right down the line with it.
Well, this is going to be our McDonald's. I'm loving it. And I mean, this is a breaking ball that he left middle of the plate. A lot of those were inside today. Good location. Hafner was running out of the box saying, please stay fair. Looked like it caught the pole.
Yeah, it sure did.
Caught the pole and deflected. And that's going to do it for Jake Peavy. Oh, boy, had a chance for a win, and two hitters, comes back with a no decision. So back-to-back hits in the ninth inning. Brantley pinch hitting. How about back-to-back pinch hits in this game?
And we are all even at 3 as the White Sox go to the bullpen. potentially, that might have been Travis Hafner's final at bat as a Cleveland Indian. And if he goes out with a home run, there's no better way to go out.
Well, and it was right down the line. It went off the pole. It was a pinch hit home run at that. For the Indians on the year, they had one home run, a pinch hit home run, and that one. Let's see.
Now Shin-Soo Choo facing Donnie Veal. Hard-throwing left-hander. Starts him off with a curveball for a strike.
Well, you talk about the Indians taking advantage of their hits. They have 3 hits and 3 runs. The solo home run by Chu, the 2-run homer by Hafner, and then was the pinch hit by Brantley that started this inning.
Well, Hafner hasn't hit many home runs this year, only 12, but half of his home runs have either tied a game or given the Indians the lead. And, you know, with a team that desperately needs power, that's the one disappointing aspect. You know, that's what they were looking for. You were hoping when this season began that Hafner could be that guy in the middle of the lineup to provide consistent production and power, and it just didn't happen.
No, injuries again. Time on the DL.
Chu strikes out, 1 away. Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care postgame show will come your way after the ball game tonight. Jason Kipnis will bat now, 0 for 2. A couple of strikeouts and a walk. Two-0 pitch. Takes a strike. Boy, neither one of those scores has changed. Boston still leads New York 2-1. They're in the 8th. And Baltimore still leads Tampa 1-0. They're in the 9th.
Wow. Yankees 10 hits in the 1 run. Boston only with 4 hits in the 2 runs. So
Jason Kipnis drives one to right field. It will be cut off by Dwayne Wise, and Kipnis aboard with the winning run here in the bottom of the 9th. Still only 1 out. And it's Drupal Cabrera coming to the plate.
He gets a fastball down and into his liking. And drilled it to right field. 3 hits in the inning for the Indians. So that is the winning run on base with 1 out here. And Cabrera a chance to get him around. I'm sure that outfield will be very deep for Chicago, trying to cut off anything in the gaps.
As Drupal 0 for 3 tonight. Here comes Robin Ventura. He's going to make a pitching change here. I wouldn't imagine he's going out there for a chat.
No, I don't know if he likes to talk a whole lot. He's got the veteran up there loose and ready to go. Well, he's talking to
the catcher.
Flowers. He's not even looked at Veal yet. He's getting his input from the catcher. Now the umpire comes up and says, hey, what do you want to do here? He's going to the bullpen.
Now he will make the move.
He was just making sure.
All right, we've got a timeout. Game tied at 3. Indians have the winning run at first with 1 out. you got a runner at first base. That is Jason Kipnis with one out. And Asdrubal Cabrera will be coming to the plate. He'll be facing Brett Myers. Myers making his 35th appearance. 3-4, 3.27 ERA. Cabrera will turn around and bat left-handed. Now, the other day, Cabrera hit a grand slam from the right side of the plate, but most of his power is from this side. So you turn him around to the side of the plate where his batting average is lower, but his power is greater.
Well, I think he trusts his veteran pitcher here as well.
Oh, the ball gets away, and Kipnis will go down to second base. Good hustle by Jason Kipnis. A very nonchalant effort by Adam Dunn. And as soon as the ball rolled away, Kipnis bolted down to second.
You can see that they are the best fielding team in the league. That is their 70th error. And for Adam Dunn, it was right there. He must have taken his eye off it. I don't know what happened. But you're right, nonchalant. It goes off his glove. So Kipnis realized, picked it up, and he starts his way to second base, and the throw is a little late. So that's a big base right there because that's the winning run.
Yeah, now a base hit can win you the game. The outfield will have to shorten up a little bit now. Myers deals, and Cabrera fouls it off. It's 0-2. Strike three called. Cabrera rung up. He doesn't like the call. But Paul Schreiber punches him out, 2 away.
Well, let's take a look at it. It's going to be a fastball. It definitely has the plate. And I think Cabrera, if anything, thinks it's high. But it's right there. It's a little comeback fastball. It looked like a pretty good pitch right there. He gets the call. That's out number 2. And now it's up to Santana.
One-0 pitch. Ball 2. Kipnis the winning run at second base. Now the 2-0 to Santana. Fouls it right back. It's a final in St. Pete. The Baltimore Orioles have beaten Tampa 1-0. Now they'll turn their attention to the television sets in the locker room to see if Boston can hang on and beat New York. 2-1 pitch. And a strike called. And if that happens, if Boston hangs on, it all comes down to tomorrow for both of those teams.
Well, and if both teams win again tomorrow, then they play on Thursday, don't they?
Yeah.
To see who wins the division.
2-2. Very close pitch.
Well, Myers was taking that stroll off the mound. He thought he was going to get that call on the backdoor breaking ball. Let's take a look and see what you think. Flowers sitting on the outside part. That's way away.
Definitely.
Are you kidding me?
Yep. So a full count for Santana. And Myers' payoff pitch is a little slow chopper to short. Ramirez with the off-balance throw. Santana beat it. Santana hustling down the line, beat it out. And the inning's still alive as Kipnis, the winning run, is now 90 feet away at third. An infield single for Carlos Santana. on a ball that Alexei Ramirez had to sort of circle around, and then the off-balance throw, he couldn't get a lot on it.
Yeah, he just didn't get enough on it. Santana, you see, beats it by a step. So the good hustle. Kipnis got in his way. He sees what's going on. Put your head down. It'll go as an infield single.
So now Lonnie Chisenhall with a chance to win it here in the bottom of the ninth. And it's up by ball one. Chisenhall high and slicing foul. First and third, 2 down, bottom of the ninth. Tied at 3 in a 1-1 pitch. Santana takes off. He's down a second. So that doesn't matter, but what it does do is it takes away any force at second base. And the 2-1 to Chisenhall. Popped him up. Foul ground. Dunn makes the catch. We've got extra innings tonight. We're tied at 3.
Beef jerky all season long. Jack Links. Feed your wild side. All night long, too.
Well, based on what we had just a few nights ago, we could be here a while. You never know. Changes for the Indians. Got a new pitcher. Scott Barnes, left-hander on. Vinny Rottino is taking over behind the plate. Jason Donald now in center field. So your up-the-middle players are all new. Orlando Hudson, 3 hits on the night, including an RBI. One ball, 2 strikes. down in the dirt.
You look at the White Sox this year in extra innings, they are 5-8 as a team. The Indians 4-8.
Hudson strikes out, 1 away. That'll bring up Adam Dunn.
Barnes comes with that slider. Hudson swings over the top.
Dunn takes a strike, and Barnes quickly gets ahead. Swung out and missed, nothing into the count. Three runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 7 left for Chicago. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Indians. Swung out and missed. He strikes him out. 2 down. So back-to-back strikeouts for Scott Barnes.
Coming back with another slider and getting another strikeout.
Jose Lopez getting his first at bat. Sends a high fly ball to center field. Routine for Jason Donald. Just into the ball game, makes the catch. White Sox go 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Tied at 3. Tenth inning. And for the Indians, it'll be Kanzler, Kochman, and Donald. Hector Jimenez taking over behind the plate for Chicago. And Russ Kanzler looks at a fastball from Brett Myers for strike one. Off-speed pitch dips low, 1-1. Missed outside again with it, 2-1. Red Sox add a run in the ninth against New York. They lead the Yankees now 3-1 as Matt Thornton loosens in the Sox pen. James Loney with the home run for Boston off Soriano. There's a ball hit to Dunn. The flip, one away. Casey Kochman 0 for 3 tonight will step in now against Brent Myers. Slow chopper to first. Dunn will flip it. 2 down. Now to bring up Jason Donald. You know that trivia question we had earlier about last Indians pitcher, the only Indians pitcher to win 20 games one year, lose 20 the next, Louis Tiant. I went and looked. It was interesting. Just 20-game losers in general. Losing 20 games.
It's hard to do.
Hard to do. And it's kind of a big deal.
Doesn't happen anymore.
Since 1980, there have been 2 guys.
Kingman and
the guy from Detroit. You'll think
Moroth?
of his name, Mike Moroth. Yep. That's it.
Yeah, I remember Kingman, who was with Oakland. He was
Brian Kingman.
Right.
Yeah. Since 1901, which is the year the Indians joined the American League. So I kind of use that as sort of the leaping off point. 201 guys have lost 20 games in a season since 1901, but only 2 since 1980. Donald dumps one down the left field line. He's going to go all the way to second base with a 2-out double. And the Indians have the winning run in scoring position again with 2 outs.
going to get a breaking ball here. He left it middle of the plate. Donald made him pay. Pulled it down the line. A 2-out double gives the Indians an opportunity for Rottino.
And a curveball hangs up high. Rottino awaits, and the curveball drops in for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Missed outside with it. 2 balls and a strike. Vinny Rottino taking over behind the plate. Has taken Brett Myers deep in his career. Can he do it again? He did not go. And a good call. He held up. 3 balls and a strike.
And now he's got a pretty good count. Sit on something.
Rottino homered off Myers in Chicago last week.
Don't know if he wants to face Chew.
And he flinched like he wanted to offer at it, but he didn't, and now a full count. Two down with a winning run at second base. And the payoff pitch is a chopper foul. Sliced it in and out of the White Sox dugout. Whew. Man.
You talk about he was sitting there looking for another breaking ball, and I'll tell you, those guys are lucky to get out of the way. They're smiling about it. But that got in and out of there in a hurry. That's an emergency sack. Look at him. He's staying alive. He didn't even look. That's going to be coming right at you. Not even.
That was almost in the glove when he made contact there.
Trying to get catcher's interference.
Again, the 3-2. He punched him out, and that'll do that. We'll play on. Still tied at 3.
Season long, Jack Links. Feed your wild side.
Tied at 3, 11th inning. Esmail Rogers now on for the Indians. 44th appearance for the right-hander. And he'll be facing Viciedo, Ramirez, and Danks. Viciedo clocked the 2-run homer in the ninth off Chris Perez that gave Chicago a brief 3-1 lead.
Still got a ways to go before we get to our ninth pitcher in the game like we did in Kansas City in that 14-inning game.
Yeah.
We're at 6 now.
Well, I mean, the only reason we're not close is because Jake Peavy was going for a complete game victory.
Yes, he was. He went 8.
And then Travis Hafner got him in the bottom of the ninth for a 2-run homer.
2 pinch hitters. That's right. Brantley a single, and then Hafner the 2-run homer. He had given up just 1 hit, and that was the home run to Chew. The White Sox came out. They scored 2 in the top half of the ninth inning. Perez gave up a 2-run homer to this guy right here. He has 7 ribbies in the series. 5 last night with a grand slam and a 2-run homer tonight.
One and one. 2 balls and a strike. Cincinnati's beating St. Louis tonight, so the Dodgers' hopes are still alive. If the Cardinals lose and the Giants, or I should say if the Cardinals lose and the Dodgers win, and L.A. would only be a game out, they'd need another Cardinals loss, and they'd have to beat the Giants again. Viciedo is swinging a miss and a full count.
There it was. He quick pitched him there. He tries to sneak one in every at bat. You know, he went there 5 pitches into the at bat and came up, had his hand set. That time he didn't get it set.
Strikes him out. Nice job to come back and get him. 1 down here in the 11th.
Comes back with the breaking ball. Viciedo, a good fastball hitter. He chased that ball out of the zone. Would have been ball 4, but he makes it strike 3.
Alexei Ramirez, 1 for 4 on the night. He has grounded out to third base in each of his last 3 times up. Oh, 0-2 the count. See Ramirez, he's getting ready early. He's not going to fall victim to that.
People know that now. You know, with scouts coming around that advance for a game, they'll say you better be ready.
He strikes him out anyway.
Comes back, whether he quick pitches you or not, and he'll throw the fastball, he'll throw the slider. It doesn't matter what pitch he has. You just have to be ready for him to do it. But this is a good slider here, and you see Ramirez out in front. So it's back-to-back strikeouts for Rogers.
Jordan Danks takes a strike. The New York Yankees continue to lead a charmed life. They get a 2-run homer from Raul Ibanez in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game against Boston at 3-3. So they may have some Jack Links too.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody out. They have a chance to win it.
Rogers with the 1-2. Danks checked, but it was low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Danks with a soft liner into right center field, a base hit. He's going to turn, and he's going to put the brakes on.
Well, probably wise on his part because Chu got over to that ball. I can see if he sees Donald going over there to get it to take off and run. Not with Chu. But that's how you run the bases. You make the wide turn. You make them get the ball. You make them get it in. You never take anything for granted. If you can get that extra base, especially with 2 outs, you get yourself in scoring position. Chu cuts it off now. And that's a good deal on Chu's part, too, to take it away from Donald.
Hector Jimenez taking a strike. swatted to deep center. Back is Donald. Still going back. Makes the catch. We'll go to the bottom of the 11th. Deadlocked at 3. And the White Sox go to Matt Thornton, who is 4-9 on the year with a 3.39 ERA. This is his 74th appearance on the year, 53 strikeouts. He has allowed 62 hits in his 63 2/3 innings. Thornton will be facing the top of the order for the Indians: Chu, Kipnis, and Cabrera. Chu 1 for 4, his home run in the 4th gave the Indians an early 1-0 lead in this game.
And that's the only hit they had until the 9th inning. It was down there, fastball. He got into 16th for Chu on the year.
Yeah, in case you join us late, Jake Peavy took a one-hitter into the bottom of the 9th inning. That one hit resulting in a solo homer by Chu, but he walked 1 and struck out 8 and was really cruising. Michael Brantley and a pinch hit base hit, and then Travis Hafner right down the right field line. It clipped the foul pole as it went around for a game-tying 2-run homer. And that ended Peavy's night. And a hard hit ground ball to short, where Alexi Ramirez will throw him out. 1 down. First in the top of the 9th, it was Diane Viciedo who took Chris Perez deep for a 2-run homer that made it 3-1 Chicago. And then on the bottom of the 9th, Hafner right down the line and just did graze the pole. And that tied the game at 3. And that's where we stand. Kipnis singled with 1 out in that bottom of the 9th and wound up at third base. But the Indians couldn't get him home. Right back to Thornton. And 2 quick outs. That will bring up Asdrubal Cabrera. Cabrera is 0 for 4 on the night, a couple of strikeouts. He went too far, says first base umpire Mike Everett.
Look at, he's looking in there too, remember?
Yeah.
You said he looked in there after that one call?
Well, when he punched out Rotino to end the bottom of the 10th inning, he took a long stare into the Indians'
Well, he
dugout.
didn't go on that one. He did not go.
It's almost as if he got his feelings hurt because Sandy Alomar came out and argued earlier in the game.
He'll say something to him here when he gets to first to watch him. Look at him. He's looking at him.
Cooler heads prevail, and we play on. We go to the 12th inning, still tied at 3. Chris Seton coming on now for the Indians. No wins, a loss, ERA 3.94. And Seton will face Olmedo, Wise, and Hudson for Chicago.
Well, Masterson went 6 innings tonight. He gave up 4 hits, the 1 run, struck out 5. Then Smith an inning, Pistano an inning, Perez an inning, Barnes an inning, Rogers an inning. And now it's up to Seton. You get to this point in the game and point of the night and extra innings, and you start to hear we're getting back into the jungle again. You can hear everybody howling and hooting.
Brings back fond memories for you, doesn't it?
It does for me. I mean, I feel right at home in this environment. I almost want to leave the booth and go sit with them. You know what I mean?
Or grab a glove and go stand out center field again?
Let them yell at me for another couple innings.
Ray Olmedo goes down swinging. One away here in the 12th. Well, let's go back to the Hyundai Studios for an update. Al Pawlowski will tell us what's happened in the Bronx.
Hey, Matt, you said it a little bit earlier. The Yankees leading that charmed life. They were down 3-1. Raul Ibanez, a pinch hitter, ties it at 3 with this 2-run homer. Now the Yankees have the bases loaded with 1 out. Mark Teixeira at the plate. Bailey blew the save. Matt?
Wow. They might blow the game because I'm thinking they got to win it now, right?
You would
Get
think
that
so.
Close.
But
Hidden
boy,
Yankee Stadium.
How many teams, not just the Indians, but we've looked at it. We keep looking at the stats. And a lot of teams, they get bases loaded.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's advantage pitcher for a lot of teams.
Well, I'm thinking in Yankee Stadium, it's
With everything that's at stake.
The way the Red Sox, their kind of year, they got to find a way. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a wild pitch. If Al comes back and says they throw a wild pitch, game over. Yeah, something like that, something weird. Al was listening to you, though, when you said a charmed life.
Yeah. Weekly rolled to second base. Jason Kipnis guns it over to get Wise. 1 away. Or 2 down, excuse me. Well, Justin Masterson starting this game for the Indians tonight. He went 6 innings, gave up just 1 run, 4 hits, walked 1,
good sinker
struck out
tonight.
5, had the ground ball working.
Yeah, good sinker tonight. And he started out the game, too, about 90, 91 miles an hour where he sits and gets good movement.
Chris Seddon fouling it back. Starting to lose it here. Orlando Hudson fouling it back.
Okay, hold on. I'll wait till after this inning. I'll start slapping you a few times in the face and wake you up.
No, do it now. Go ahead. Oh, man. 0-1 to kill. 1-1 to count on Orlando Hudson, who has 3 hits on the night. Well, they tell us Mark Teixeira fly to center, but not deep enough to get the run home from third. Bases loaded, 2 down now. Meanwhile, we're going to go to the bottom of the 12th. Still tied at 3. And we are tied at 3 with Carlos Santana leading off, and then Lonnie Chisenhall, followed by Russ Kanzler. Matt Thornton staying on for Chicago. One ball and 1 strike. Shattered bat. Barrel goes into the crowd. Look out. Santana is thrown out. And luckily the barrel did not hit anybody.
You know, I don't think so. That was close.
I saw 2 guys arguing over the bat, and the guy that got it ended up on the seat of his pants.
Who cares? I mean, it's a broken bat. What are you going to do with it?
Oh, he wanted it, though.
Yeah, well, you can have it. The wood in it's no good. It's not even balsa wood. Well, there goes that bat, and he gets it. Okay, congratulations. It's a ground out.
Lonnie Chisenhall, foul tip. Well, they're going to extra innings in the Bronx.
All right.
So they had bases loaded, one out.
They
and
had the
couldn't
opportunity.
Get the run home. Chisenhall looks, ball inside, 1-1. Nate Jones getting loose now for Chicago. Hard throwing right-hander. And now the count is 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Chisenhall lines it down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Heading into the corner. Chisenhall will pull up into second base with a one-out double. And the Indians with the winning run in scoring position now for Russ Kanzler. And Robin Ventura has the right-hander up in the bullpen. Let's see if he goes to him here.
Well, good job by Lonnie Chisenhall. That was a fastball down and away. He hit a pretty good pitch right there. He let that ball track deep and just sliced it down the line. Good job. For a double by Chisenhall. That's going to be his sixth double.
Now they're going to walk Kanzler and go after Casey Kochman, the left-handed hitter on deck. So that's ball 4. And now Casey Kochman will be pulled back for Matt Laporta, who will pinch hit here.
Now he'll go to the right-hander, I'm sure.
Indians pinch hitters have gone 5 for 9 since Sandy Alomar took over the reins. And here comes Robin Ventura.
Yeah, he's waiting until it's announced. He was told he's in the ball game, so then he will counter that move from Sandy. And it looks like it'll be Jones.
So a timeout here at Progressive Field with the winning run at second base and one out on the bottom of the 12th. Nate Jones is coming on when we come back. And the wheels are turning in both dugouts. You had the pinch hitter, Laporta, announced. And then Robin Ventura goes to his right-hander, hard thrower, Nate Jones, who's a perfect 8-0 on the year. And then once that was announced, then Sandy Alomar goes back to his bench, and now he's called upon Jack Hanahan to pinch hit. So those are the moves, Rick. You always talk about managers are always one move ahead, thinking one move ahead. Those are the moves
Well,
what you were doing all along.
What matchups do you like better? You know they're going to take the lefty out if you put the Laporte in. So then Hanahan comes out, and he's going to end up hitting for Kochman.
It comes down to, did you like Kochman versus Thornton, or do you like Hanahan against Jones? And that's pretty much where
that's what it is. And then Hanahan will probably stay in the game and go to first base.
Or he could win the game and send us all home happy.
He wants to win it. That's exactly right. And drive in Chisenhall. There's one out. Runners on first and second.
Yeah, I shouldn't say it's not a guarantee that Lonnie can score on a base hit. If he hits a line drive shot somewhere with only one out, Lonnie's got to make sure it gets through. But Hanahan could win it. And he'll try to do that right now. Takes a strike. Jack 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter on the year. And it's 0-2. Time call. Jones taking a long look in, and now he steps away as Hanahan steps out. Not used to seeing Jack with the pants all the way down. He's one of those high socks guys normally, but not playing tonight. He's coming off the bench in a pinch hit role here. Jones with a 2-strike pitch. In the dirt, and a nice stop by Tyler Flowers. Hector Jimenez. Tyler Flowers would have said that was a great stop, though, by Hector Jimenez. Rare for the White Sox to not have A.J. Pierzynski back there. Guy who catches 1,000 innings every year. Missed outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. You can see this guy can rush it up there.
Yeah,
that hit 99 miles an hour.
He had a streak where, 22 innings without allowing a earned run that was broken against Tampa. (22 1/3) consecutive innings.
Chased the breaking ball in the dirt. And when he's throwing at 99, then he snaps one off at 89. You know it's tough on the hitter. Once you get behind this guy, look out.
Well, watch this one. This has got some movement going straight down. Changeup, I think that was a changeup.
Yeah.
I don't know. Off speed, but anyway, Hanahan goes down. That's out number 2.
That'll leave it to Jason Donald. Donald doubled his last time up. His only time up in that, as a matter of fact. Two on, 2 out. And it's in the dirt. Nice grab by Jimenez, 1-0. What's the hold up here? Jimenez is looking into the dugout. His own dugout, looking for some guidance. He's throwing 98, and that ball looks like it has movement, too.
Yeah, that's it. That one sure did, didn't it?
1-1 to count for Jason. Donald lines it down the left field line. Base hit. Chisenhall will score the winning run. Jason Donald in the bottom of the 12th wins it for the Indians with his second hit of the night. Then a terrific victory for the Tribe here tonight. They were down 3-1 in the bottom of the ninth. Travis Hafner with a 2-run homer to tie it. And now in the bottom of the 12th, Jason Donald lines one down the left field line for his second hit in as many at-bats in the game. And the Indians will walk off with a win tonight against Chicago to even the series at a game apiece.
Yeah, a breaking ball he picked on, and boy, that's a good job by Donald. I think everybody here said, come on, get the base hit. He does. And they win it in the 12th.
All right, tonight's key play of the game brought to you by KeyBank.
Yeah, you look back into the ninth inning, bottom half. Brantley leads off with a single. In comes Hafner as a pinch hitter. He's going to drill this one. It's going to hit the foul pole. That'll tie the ball game up right there.
Get to a KeyBank branch now and rake in big savings on a car loan or home equity loan during KeyBank's Rake It In loan event. Let's go down to the field right now where Katie Witham is standing by with Lonnie Chisenhall.
Thanks, Matt. Well, Lonnie, this week it seems like you guys no stranger to extra inning games out there. You started this off with a double, one-out double. What pitch were you looking for and what'd you get?
You know, he throws a lot of fastballs, so, I'm looking to just put the ball in play right there with 2 strikes. So, fortunately, got it down the line and, got us going.
And Jason Donald coming through for you guys there at the end. Talk to me about Travis Hafner. The only reason you guys were here right now is because he came up with his 12th home run of the season. Nice to see, obviously.
I mean, you just walk out and, step in the box and hit a homer. So, sometimes it looks easy. Big props to Travis. He's got some pop.
And we've got to talk about Justin Masterson. It came out, had a very strong game, went 6 innings. What did you see him do well tonight?
He was, being Masterson, staying low, using his fastball a lot. And, fortunately, we played some good defense behind him. And, it was a little too late to get him the win. But, it's a nice, strong finish.
All right, Lonnie, appreciate the time. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Katie. Final numbers tonight for the Indians: 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 2 men left. And for Chicago, 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 8 stranded. The winning pitcher is Chris Seddon. He's 1-1. The loser, Matt Thornton, he's 4-10. Time of the game, 3 hours, 23 minutes. The attendance, 10,015. The Conrad's postgame show is next.